Hello, here's my vlog for the 23rd of December. It's 11:27 Monday. I'm a little bit like low energy, kind of like depressed because I'm kind of in limbo, still trying to get work, don't know, I like the uncertainty. I have a call out to see if it's true that all I have to do is take 181 like video. I watch 181 videos and then I take a quiz, and they say it's 8 minutes of video, so it's 16 hours. So like in 2 days I could get a preschool teaching license, and I can put my college degree to use, so that's cool. I'm applying to a job that requires a college degree, so yeah, then I can after I get the certificate I can just pass my resume out to all the preschools in town. See if I can get my foot in the door, because I saw different ones were hiring, so hopefully it's not just like a seasonal thing and then like the window will close and there's nobody's hiring. Because the backup could be, I think they said possibly they're hiring at the gym on the 6th, but if I miss that window, I could get a job at Circle K. I saw they're offering, they still emailed me to take like the test, so, because the problem is I don't have the money to survive much longer. I need a job now. I waited too long, just like I waited too long on my physical fitness. Yesterday I went to the gym and I tried to run a little bit, but I realized that I would tear my calf after about a half lap, after a couple hundred meters if I tried to do that, because I tore my calf the last time I ran and it's still sore, so I'm going to stretch. So I rode the bike for like 45 minutes. I think it was like 10 miles or 5 miles. The Recline bike, like the watts and the miles, I think are wonky. Because I rode on the regular bike last week and I think it was 10 miles and I averaged 236 watts, and I'm riding around here on the Recline bike and it seems like I'm putting up similar effort, and it's like says I'm riding at like 100 watts. So anyway, I like riding on the Recline bike because I can look at the I was looking at my timeline and looking at the phone easier. So today I also I had a email and call out to the people in Colorado just to confirm. And then if that's all I need, then I'll pay the $234 for the test. Because I've been spending a lot of money. I had to go into the lizard store yesterday and spend $200 on a prepay for a bunch of dubia roaches, because my Savannah monitor is like starving to death. He's like famished. His ribs are caved in and everything because I was too stingy buying him food. I don't get to see him much. That's why he's always hiding underneath, but hopefully he'll be all right now. Hopefully it's not too late for him. He's not growing, so maybe that's because I'm not feeding him, but so yesterday I went into my mom's house and did yard work because my brother was coming and I figured I'd help her top off the house, and so I swept up her deck, leaves off the deck, and did a couple of bags worth of yard work, and planted like 3 or 5 bulbs in the backyard and stuff, and saw my brother. Then came back here and I went to the gym. I can't run because I tore my calf the last time I ran. I was able to run a mile, but I tore the calf right before the mile from the stupid injury I had a long time ago. And I tried to run a little bit yesterday, but I realized if I tried to run within 200 meters, I'd pull my calf. So I rode the bike on the Recline. Did I just say that? Is my brain going? And then I did some upper body and lower body workout a little bit, and then came back. Not that much. I was gonna stretch, but I didn't. I need to stretch. Yeah, I'm like, I'm still like out of like tight and everything. So whatever. And so what I'm doing is, I'm trying to prepare for on the 1st to take my ancient history test. So I was listening to, when I was in the gym last night, I was listening to like YouTube videos of ancient history and like the dinosaurs and stuff, and then looking at it on my site, on my computer. I was going into the sauna for 15 minutes a couple times, but then I realized I should go in there for 10 minutes. For 10 minutes because I'm not tired at all. I'm going to go have like 3 cups of coffee because this yawning is annoying. I don't yawn throughout the day, but I'm just, all of a sudden I'm yawning. So yeah, because I'm studying, because on the 1st of January, I'm going to take my ancient history test, and I want to do well on it, so I'm trying to practice. So I was looking at my timeline and looking at it on my computer, because I can do that at night. Just pop in my contacts. I have like 600 pair of contacts. I need to use them up, because this was years ago, and my prescriptions changed. Like the contacts are barely strong enough for me to see the screen, because I think I burned out my eyes on all the computer work that I did. I need to get outside this summer and get some like vitamin D into my eyes. Don't poop in my mouth. They always do that. Whenever I do my videos, they'll like to hang out above me. There's like a 20% chance that thing's gonna poop on me during this video. Yeah, so, but I was looking at my timeline, and the problem is, like, all of my ancient pages are warped out, and I was trying to work with it in the beginning, but then I finally was like, man, I can't do this. It's too confusing. I need to fix this. Because a couple years ago, I had another push on my ancient history timeline, and I was just, copy pasting from Wikipedia, and somehow like the text on Wikipedia has some kind of like bug in it or something where it doesn't wrap around inside of the tables. It like has a mind of its own, so it pushes the table out and warps it. And so I finally was like, fuck, because I really didn't want to work on my site. So I finally opened up my computer and I opened up the site and I retyped it, and it turns out I can fix it. So I think what I'm going to do the rest of the day is, and I'm tempted to smoke weed. I'm not going to, because that's like, I associate smoking a shitload of weed with working on my website. But no, I'm not going to do that. But yeah, what I'm going to do is just get on my ancient history timeline and look at all of the pages that are warped out, and I have to just retype it, manually retype it. So I just cut it out and I paste it onto my notes, and then I look at the notes and I just type on my Dreamweaver website based on what I see on the notes. And then, so I've got a whole lot of typing because I did a whole lot of stuff. So I'm just going to be here going all day long. But then it'll get the timeline finally scooched back in so that I can study with it for the test on the 1st and do well. I think my website's still not secure. It hasn't been going well trying to get the security. I realized that it's not secure the other day. I went and I was showing this old man my mom's friend on the computer my website, and I went on there and it's like, oh look, not secure, you want to bypass? And I was like, oh shit, I didn't even know about that, because nobody tells me, because nobody fucking gives a shit about my website or me or anything. This fucking world is fucked. Nobody gives me money either. In fact, I looked at the 9 different money raising sites that I'm on, and I got straight up kicked off. I looked at them and there's nothing. There's no, like, I guess you have to manually renew the money raising sites that you're on. So the only one that I was still on was Patreon. So I don't think I had the time to redo the campaign. I'm gonna have to do my profile again for the money raising sites. I'm gonna make you assholes look so stupid, dude. In the end, I'll be like, look at how badass my website. Can you believe it that nobody gave me any money or acknowledged it existed while I was building it? I had to like literally finish the entire thing. But the thing that's going to do it is me performing very well in the test, because I need, like, I'm a visual learner. I have a photographic memory. And so if I can like make a really beautiful history timeline with all the design on it where everything means something and it's in context with the horizontal and the vertical, I can actually close my eyes and I can actually see like it's a picture, you know, like a snapshot of a picture. You know, like, I don't know, I think like I can close my eyes and I can picture people's faces like it's a photo, you know. But I can do that, and even people who I haven't seen for like 30 years, I can just close my eyes and I can see their faces. It's the same way with other things too. I can picture like text and stuff, but not if it's just boring text, you know. It has to be like something like an artwork. And so I'm gonna use my website. Like, I was even thinking last night as I was looking at my website, I was like, imagine if like nobody cares about my website, not a single person in my entire life acknowledges I have a timeline. I was like, you know what, it would probably still be worth it that I built this thing, because I used that timeline to memorize history, you know, and I could memorize history with it, and you know, and otherwise it wouldn't have been able to. So, but also I was thinking I could pass it off to somebody. It could be worth it because I could pass it off to somebody who does understand it, and then they could perfect it. So even if nobody cares, if I'm like Van Gogh died poor and unfamous. He became famous after he died. It's the same way with me. Like, if I live my whole life and die and nobody acknowledges I have a website, it's still worth it, because somebody else could take the reins if they're, because I kind of do have a youngster interested. Anyways, yeah, that's what I'm going to do today. I'm just going to sit here and type all day long so I can get my ancient history timeline snapped together, because the horizontal and the vertical doesn't work in conjunction when it's puffed out. Because it all has to, you know, because it starts to get warped and it's at the wrong location. And yeah, it basically doesn't work. So that's what I'm going to do. Oh, another thing I'm going to do, though, is I was trying to get the security. I got distracted. Yeah, so I paid $100 the other day, but it didn't go through, so I paid $100. So then I paid $100 twice. And then they sent a confirmation email, but it was a confirmation email to like these other emails that have to start with admin or whatever. And so I wrote them back, and I'm like, okay, so you gave me the refund, that's great, but can we have the confirmation thing sent to my email? And if you sent it to that other email, was that like an email embedded in my server or something? So I'm waiting for the email back on that. So if you go to my website now and you see this website isn't secure, it's because that hasn't come through yet. So it'll be fixed hopefully by the end of the day. And I also have a call out for the people to see if all I have to do is take that class for $234. I wouldn't be taking it now, but my mom thinks I should talk to him first. So I'm just going to spend the day, even though my legs hurt, like I really should be riding my bike or something. I'm going to just go ahead and fix these timelines, all of them. I'm just going to retype all of it. I didn't do it before because a couple years ago, you know, I spent all this time, a couple months, just copying and pasting from Wikipedia. And I was kind of hoping that maybe I could just paste it onto some text, but I tried it. It doesn't work. The only way is to retype the whole thing. And I just didn't have it in me to do that then. I was like, I gave up. But now I'm like, because I'm going to take the test on the first, I need to be able to study with this thing. And so I'm going to retype it and get it back to snuff. Then I can study with it. And yeah, I think I can do pretty good, dude, at the Ancient History Timeline. And after I upload my Ancient History Timeline, that's the 4 that I've done. 80 BC, Ancient History, and 20th Century. And then there's 2 more. There's the 21st Century, and there's Future. And I might do those, or I might include those as something separate. Because after I do the test, I can get my cumulative score. Because, like with the SAT, 1600 is a perfect score. Mine kind of mimics it. If you can get 400 on each one, that's a 1600 perfect score, and that's getting 6 to 7, 6.66 questions right per one, and yeah, that's like for all of them across on average. So, you know, and you can do more extras on other ones, so it can make up for the ones that you're under 6. But that could that's like my motivation. And then once you do that, you're omniscient. But after I take the test, I can upload a video saying, I am now officially the most intelligent human being ever to live, you know, and then I'll give the reason why. Like, you have to have an actual reason, you know, to go off of that makes sense. And so I'm like, see, look, and if you think you're smarter than me, then you got to take the test, and you got to prove it with the test. Otherwise, shut the fuck up. People could be like, no, because it's the intelligence test. But it's like, no, that's just mental masturbation, dude. That's not actual knowledge. Actual knowledge is your history knowledge. You would do those IQ tests online to study for your history tests, but the main one is the history one. So, yeah, and then hopefully somebody else could take it. But it'll inspire me to do better and to try to get the 1600, the perfect score. I was thinking maybe within 5 years. If I study my ass off all the time, in 5 years I can do it. Yeah, so last night, for the first time, I was like studying my timeline, and it sucked because it was all poofed out. Yeah, but I had my contacts in, right? Because I see better with those in my glasses, because the glasses are all pitted out. Like, there's this pit right where I focus. And I was doing the stretches with my straps as I was studying the test, doing the stretches, and I had my lights on. So it was like all this. First time I was doing multitasking with all that stuff, so it was cool. So anyways, that's my vlog for the day. I also finished my my book, Thomas Cromwell, and so from now on, whenever I finish a book, I'm going to do a book review on it. And then I'm going to, and then the books that I've already read a gazillion times that I never did a book review, I'm just going to listen to the book one more time and then do the book review. Yeah, so the habit is to do a book review literally right after you do the book. And then once I've been doing that for a long time, then I can actually ask for money from foundations and people because I've got a leg to stand on. I'm like, see, look, I'm doing it. So maybe after I have like a couple dozen book reviews, the other day I was on my YouTube, and I'm going to make sure, I have to get on my YouTube again and make sure that it's topped off for my test. Make sure that all the tests I took are on the playlist, because I looked at my playlist for book reviews, and it had like 3 book reviews. I'm like, what? And so I typed book on the search bar of my YouTube, and there were all these book reviews that weren't in the playlist. So I filled that up. And so, yeah. So I think I'm going to do the book review of Thomas Cromwell now. Even though I barely remember the book, I'll just talk about, if I barely remember what was said in the book, I'll just talk about what I learned from it, what I know about it, and then the impressions I got from the book. It was just really long and overly detailed, man. And but yeah, I realized that England, man, in the 1500s, you don't want to be living there. It was a totalitarian dictatorship. The king, that king just executed people just because he didn't like them, dude. Dude, that Henry VIII guy, he's like my least favorite king. He killed too many people, man. Like, I hope he burns in hell. I hope he's still burning in hell now. When I see pictures of him, this big fat face, yeah, I look at this and it's an evil, just the height of evil. He's like, but he lived around the same time as Ivan the Terrible, who murdered his own son with his scepter, whacked him over the head. So, yeah, I guess it wasn't just England. All those people were fucking psychos. So I hope we don't go back to that, because we're getting back into fascism now, trending towards fascism. I asked ChatGPT if, because all these cabinet members are people who bought themselves in, if that means we're fascist. And it said, no, we're not officially fascist, but we're just trending there. Anyway, I should ask ChatGPT, like, what wealth discrepancy do you need to get to before you're officially, like, a fascist? I'll ask him. Because the wealth discrepancy is getting, like, mushrooming out of control again. And the rich people are starting to be crazy. Like, I saw a clip from, on DJ Vlad, that Chinese-American dude, Rich Dad, Poor Dad guy. And he's here talking, and he looks evil, dude. Like, the guy's like, DJ Vlad's like, hey, what about the, you know, the $24 million you were sued or whatever for the fraud, or for, like, and you declaring bankruptcy in your business. And he's like, bankruptcy isn't losing. Bankruptcy is just getting out of a situation, like, where you don't have to pay. Then start another business. So talk to my fucking lawyer. He gets all mad. He even said that. And then he goes, yeah, so how many rental properties do you have? To 6,000? He's like, no, I have 12,000 rental properties. And he's like, that's what people need to know. And I bought he like wrote a book on how you can get rich like him by not paying taxes. He goes, yeah, I bought all those rental properties using debt. So he just had a relationship with a bank. He got the bank to buy him his 12,000 rental properties, and now he becomes a slumlord, and he's like bragging about how he doesn't pay taxes. He goes, here's where he was really crazy. I even commented on the video. I go, this guy's insane. He goes, yeah, when you buy things with debt, you don't have to pay taxes. So I guess you don't have to pay taxes on a credit card debt or like a bank debt. And so that's like the scam. But he justified it because he's like, yeah, because America never was a tax-paying country. It started with the Boston Tea Party. That was about taxes, see? And so that's why I don't have to pay my taxes. And that's not why they had the Boston Tea Party. They had the Boston Tea Party because they taxed them on the tea without letting them defend themselves. They just made the decision on their own. They made it too high. And he's also like, yeah, we didn't have income taxes until like 1905 or something like that. I don't remember the date. I need to learn for my test. And so that's why we don't have to pay taxes. And that's why the rich don't have to pay. And it's like, dude, don't you understand? Like, where's the money for everything going to come from? You know, and I know that's what he'll be like. Oh, it's all on your own. Maybe you could debt finance yourself into being a slumlord. These people are nuts, dude. And you're looking in his eyes and he's all crazed out. Like, see that? Those are the kind of people we're dealing with, man. They're not human. You know, that's why people are happy about Luigi Mangione shooting at that dude, you know. So anyways, Robert Wetesecki is fucking insane. I hope he dies and burns in hell for 10,000 years. And I hope he doesn't have any kids so that the government can get those 12,000 apartments back and then allow people to buy their apartment. The problem with not allowing any... And then now they're having rich people tell you that you shouldn't own your house. I saw this video. I didn't watch the video, but I saw the title. Warren Buffett is like, you shouldn't own a house. And I'm like, oh, right, so that he can own your house. People need to own houses. Like, if I was a renter, I wouldn't be able to express myself. I wouldn't be able to have all this stuff. Because if I had a landlord, they could just kick me out, and then what? I would have to tear all this down? Like, I only had enough energy to set this up one time in my life. I could never do it again. It was exhausting, it took forever, and it was expensive as hell. And even if I had to set this up and take it up, I wouldn't be able to because you're not allowed to decorate. So basically saying you shouldn't have a house means you shouldn't express yourself. What you need to do is be like a Muslim. We like the Muslim countries. Those are the best. You people, you idiots should just live in a box where you can't even so much as put a poster on the wall and no self-expression. And if I kick you out, I kick you out and you're on the streets again. Or you have to find another place. And if I want to raise the rent, I'll just kick you out because I'll make up some bullshit story that I have to renovate it. And then I'll jack up the prices. Dude, these people are fucking insane, man. They're morons. That's why none of these rich people are giving me money. Because they don't understand. Like, and so, you know, my way of trying to fix the world is I'm just going to take this test and get really good at the test. And I'll be like, look, rich asshole, if you're like so smart, take the test, you know? Because, you know, growing up, you always have these friends who are like, I'm a better skier than you are. I had this idiot friend in high school. He's like, I'm a better skier than you are. And I'm like, why? Because I guess because he glided atop because his skis were longer and he glided on top of the powder once better than I did. And I stuck in. I'm like, well, then let's go down the bumps and find out. He's like, I don't do bumps. It's like, how can you be a better skier than me if you're afraid to go down fucking black diamond bump runs, you fucking moron. So yeah, then somebody's like, yeah, I'm a better writer than you. Oh yeah, what did you write? I don't write. Right. So yeah, I can't wait to see all these rich people. I'm smarter. They're smarter. Oh yeah, we'll take the test. Your knowledge of history isn't tell you how smart you are. It's only how good you are at the math. That's what somebody actually said. Look at my video on my main channel like a week ago. I said videos should be YouTube. The future of YouTube is intelligence tests and physical tests. And somebody commented and said, no, history isn't how good you are at history. That's just memorization knowledge. History, true intelligence is how good you are at math. And I wrote back, I'm like, really? So like, if somebody being a policy maker, you want them to get good at a math instead of knowing history. Anyway, that's my mom. I'm gonna go talk to you tomorrow.